So welcome back to DC Silver Age Storytime, and today we have Superman 130, published in July 1959, with story by Otto Binder and art by Al Plastino, and this one is called The Curse of Kryptonite. Gasp! The radiations from that big meteor have robbed me of my superpowers. Has Kryptonite, my great enemy, won at last? So he's laying some pipe out in Death Valley, digging in the soil when all of a sudden he comes across a huge chunk of kryptonite. Gasp! I'm too weak to crawl out of the range of the radiations. I'll try melting the meteor with the heat of my X-ray vision. He melts it somewhat, but no avail. He tries to blow it away, and that also does not work. So we get just basically a recap of what kryptonite is. Kryptonite says when the planet Krypton, the world on which I was born, blew up, a nuclear chain reaction converted every chunk of the exploding world into glowing green kryptonite. I wonder how far away Krypton was from Earth, because boy, a lot of chunks made it to Earth. Um, so he's just going through and talking about how his lenses are super strong, so they don't melt when he uses his X-ray vision, and how he generally deals with kryptonite, which is to use giant tongs. So he's starting to fade. Superman begins to feel pain from his steady exposure to the kryptonite in Death Valley. Don't know how much strength I've got left, but I'll try a super blow with my fist. Maybe it will split open the ground and swallow up the kryptonite meteor. And it does appear to make a crack, but doesn't work. I always find it funny when stuff like this happens, because it's like if he has the strength to do a super blow on the ground, why doesn't he have the strength to just crawl away? It seems like crawling away would be easier. But he's starting to get green because of the kryptonite poisoning. And then he thinks back to the last time this happened. Superman has kryptonite fever, doctor, but he can't inject him um, with any drugs because the hypodermic needles just break on his. So apparently, even when he's got kryptonite fever, he's still invulnerable. And then he thinks back to a story I don't recall. Poor ape, that kryptonite meteor fell near him and killed him. When he died, his body turned green. So this is thinking back to I guess a Kryptonian ape who was rocketed before Kal-El. Um, he has tried to come up with an antidote to no avail, but he does realize at some point that lead can shield him from the kryptonite, and comes up with an idea as Superboy to use this lead tape spool, and if kryptonite is around, just wrap himself up in it, or to have himself wrapped up constantly. But as he flies, it just melts it off because of the friction. He also remembers back to when he created a lead suit using TV and was trying to collect all the kryptonite, but there's just too much. He also remembers that he taught his robots to react to kryptonite so that people wouldn't know that it was a robot. So I don't know what would happen if the robot was there trying to do a super task and got kryptonite. Would he just lay there and not do anything? Or I don't know. So he tries screaming out to help, but his super voice is gone. And he's in Death Valley, so there's nobody really there. Has some memory of Supergirl, but she is clearly too far away to hear him. Gasp! I'm starting to glow green. It's near the end. Only a super miracle can save me from the great enemy Kryptonite this time. And all of a sudden, it blows away. Whoosh. My super strength is flowing back, but what is making the Kryptonite meteor fly away? Wait, that sound. Ah, my telescopic vision shows Krypto, the super dog, blowing his super breath through the pipe. Krypto, you were my pet when I was Superboy, but for years you've been visiting other worlds. Did you spy on me in danger with your telescopic vision? Yip, 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 yip. So I guess he can speak. He can use his barks to deliver messages. He appears to be sort of like human level intelligence. But apparently he also must be far longer lived than a human dog, because Superman's probably another 15 years older at least. And Krypto looks fine. Instead, you cleverly blew. Well, he's responding to what Krypto says. Your super breath, which wasn't weakened like mine, through the other end of the pipe. Thanks, Krypto. You saved my life. My superpowers have all returned. I can finish my job now. Whew, that was my narrowest escape from green kryptonite, my mortal enemy. But sometimes I wonder if red kryptonite isn't even worse. So this is just kind of a recap story, not much of a story to it. But anyway, that's all sorts of information about kryptonite and his various experiences with it.